Aloha, konnichiwa, como estas, tudo bem, hello, hola, what it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Even if you don't love everything that I do, feel free to do those things anyway. You know why? Because you can always help a brother out. And ain't nothing wrong with helping a brother out. I would help you out if I could. So, what we're going to talk about today, actually, is the Knicks and the Pistons. And man, I got to tell you, these have been some of the best games that are worth watching right now. And in general, the playoffs have been very good. There's a few teams that don't belong there at all, mainly in the East, because nobody cares about the East, the bottom of the East. But other than that, a lot of these games have been tremendous. And the Knicks-Pistons series has been everything and more. And I got to tell you, it may not happen this year, unfortunately. But Cade Cunningham is a superstar. Cade Cunningham is a superstar. I don't care what anybody says. And I wanted to talk about him more throughout the season, but I just didn't get to it. And I will do better next season, I promise, on everything I love. But this guy's a superstar. Unfortunately, they could not come up with the win tonight. The final score was 94-93. And the Knicks just keep finding a way to pull out the games. Now, Brunson has been tremendous in this series, and he won most clutch player for this year. Well deserved. Brunson is a daggone animal. Arguably, in a league where Steph doesn't exist and where Kawhi is not healthy, he is the most skilled player in the NBA. And where Kyrie is not healthy either, he is the most skilled player in the NBA. And it's not talked about enough. I've been telling people this. I've said this to a lot of my friends. Some of them believe me. The Knicks fans love it. But Jalen Brunson is is one of the most skilled players in the league. And that's why he was, voted most clutch. He's skilled, highly skilled. In every facet of the game, scoring-wise, he is skilled. But he can also pass. He's smart. So he finished the game with 32 points, had 11 dimes, 5 boards. But what's happening for the Knicks recently in the last 2 games, even though they've been close, it's not just Jalen Brunson. Karl Anthony Towns has been clutch. I can't believe it. And he's not even doing it the way that I want to see it. Now, this game, he started off in the post and he was killing it. And then he kind of faded out to the three-point line once again. But somehow, some way, he made clutch basket after clutch basket. He hit a 3, then he goes to, he dribbles a little bit, does a spin around Kobe midi, hits it, swish, which is weird because his jumper is awkward to me. I know he makes it, but it's flat-footed, and he doesn't really look like he shoots with a lot of arc. But he managed to make this fadeaway midi over whoever was guarding him. Who was guarding? I think it was Jalen Duren. And it was a tough shot, man. It was tough. Hit another 3, and then it just got crazy. Karl Anthony Towns was everything they needed down the stretch. And again, for a 7-footer, I'd rather see you get near the basket, make plays down there. But he hit at least 2 threes within the last 2-3 minutes of the game. He closed that game for the Knicks because on the other end, Tim Hardaway Jr. was making some big shots. He was coming up clutch too. But every clutch shot he made, Karl Anthony Towns responded. And so they came away with the win here. Controversy at the end because they got a rebound and they got it out to Tim Hardaway Jr. He pump faked. Josh Hart jumped and touched him. He touched him. It wasn't like an unbelievable amount of contact. Maybe, and I thought Tim Hardaway Jr. did sell it, but they just didn't call the foul. If it was Cade Cunningham, they probably would have. And unfortunately, everybody doesn't get the same love. That was definitely a foul. He should have been at the free throw line. The Pistons should have had a chance to seal up the W and make it 2-2. But unfortunately, the refs didn't call it, and they go down 3-1. But it was a really, really good game. It was a lot of back and forth. And the reason why I started off by saying, listen, Cade Cunningham is a superstar. Because right before the Knicks came down and did what they... And in fact, he missed the jumper, and then they got the rebound and got it out to Tim Hardaway Jr. But before they got it to Tim Hardaway Jr. to draw the foul that wasn't called, he hit his man with a real smooth crossover and had a pull-up right there for the game, and it just rolled out. And why I believe that makes you so elite, if you can get to that move at the end of the game and it just rolls out, oh, you a superstar. You a superstar. He had it. And it didn't go in that time, but he had it. And there's players in the league that have been playing forever that cannot get a shot that good or don't have the nerves to understand how to get to your shot like that. He had it. And they're not all going to go in. Right? I remember Kobe Bryant back against Utah when they first let him play. Airballed like 3 shots in a row. And that's either going to make or break you. And for Kobe, it made him. So for Cade Cunningham, the series is not over yet, but maybe those type of things can make you. He finished with 25, 10, and 10, triple-double. The boy's smooth out there. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 14 points. He was only 4 for 13 from 3 and 5 for 16 from the field, but he did make 2 big threes down the stretch. But Karl Anthony Towns was just making everything. Everything. Jalen Duren had 6 points, 17 boards, so he tried to control the middle there. Malik Beasley had 13. He's the sharpshooter. Runner-up for 6th man of the year. And Tobias Harris continues to play a good game. He didn't really shoot well from 3. Didn't make any 0 for 3, but 6 for 6 free throw, 6 for 15 field goals. Had 8 boards. Would like to see him get some assists too, but the Pistons are hanging in there, man. They're a tough team. They're a fun team to watch, even though they rely heavily on their defense. They're just a fun team, a fun young team, and they play hard and they fight. And you got to love that. I can't disrespect that. But this was a great game. Went down to the wire. And I'm looking forward to the next one, win or lose for the Pistons. They had to hang their head high in this series because the second straight game they lost where they were basically right there. They just couldn't close it out. But they were close. They were right there. So maybe next time. That's going to do it for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, but don't log off immediately because we got some other videos, some other suggested videos that I know that you guys will love. So please hold on for those and check those out too. Thank you very much for your time. Very humble. Much love. That somehow you never get over leaving